Si and Gary.
More FM.
This is More FM. It's 9 minutes away from 9. Sophie Pascoe, what an incredible athlete. Seriously, 3 gold medals at the Beijing Paralympic Games in 2008. Another 3 further gold medals in 2012 in London. A swag of world records. She has a new book out called Stroke of Fate. It's on sale right now and she's in the studio with us. Hey, Sophie.
Hi, how are you?
How you
Great,
doing?
thanks.
Look, I'm looking at the cover of your book here, Stroke of Fate, and there's a picture of you on the front looking extremely glamorous, I might say. But you look about 28 or 32 there. You look sort of sophisticated. How old are you now?
20.
20. You
20.
see there, you look very much older than that in that photograph, I have to say.
That's beautiful.
Now, look, the
That's
book is...
Photoshop.
Thank you.
Good.
The book is very interesting for a number of aspects from my point of view, starting at the beginning, you know, the accident that caused your disability, which you can't remember. I'm right about that. The lawnmower accident, you don't remember it, do you?
No, I remember nothing.
And you don't remember anything before that period, really. So your recollections basically start from sometime after the accident, is that right?
Yeah, well, I just knew the basics from obviously, you know, I had a ride-on lawnmower that involved my father, and I never really went into detail until last year after London.
And you do
the great thing you say is that you say it's the best thing that ever happened to you, which is an extraordinary claim to make. Can you sort of elaborate on that a bit?
Yeah, well, as basically my makeup today, and obviously, you know, people would class, you know, quite a big accident like that as being a negative, and how do you bring your children up, you know, with a disability as well. But my parents definitely brought me up exactly the same as my eldest sister, which is, I'm very fortunate in that respect, that it's definitely made me into who I am today, and saying that it is the best thing that's ever happened as well. You know, I'm doing incredible things.
You are doing incredible things. I want to ask you about that because you're a world-class athlete. I mean, heavens above, 6 gold medals. And I wonder, you know, you want to go to Rio, don't you? That's your next goal, really.
Yeah.
So what drives you? And I've wondered about this with sports people like Roger Federer and Tiger Woods. When you've reached the pinnacle, and you can't go any higher than gold medals, and you got 6 of them. So what drives you now? What motivates you?
Well, it's about like being the world champion and wanting to retain that title. It's harder to retain it than come out of the blue and, you know, be the next expected for the event. But yeah, coming back every year and having to retain yourself at being number one, there's a lot of expectations on you, there's a lot of pressure, but the biggest pressure of all is your own pressure. And at the end of the day, not many people can say that they're a world champion at something.
Very few of us actually, Sophie. It's a jolly good feeling, though.
Simon wishes. One of the interesting issues that comes up is the Halberg Awards, and there was this question of whether you should be in the disabled section of the awards or just in the open sports section. Now, just to give people a background, I haven't read the book as I have. You know, I've had to skim read it, but I got to some of the issues there. You wanted to be in 2012 in the All Sports Persons Awards, am I right? The Halberg Awards, yeah. And your reasons were?
Well, obviously the award only came in 2011. Before that I was originally in the sportswoman field, so I still really see myself as classed as one of them and being on an equal par with one of them. I mean, we can't change that the award has come in, but it would be nice for the athlete to actually have the choice whether they choose to go into the sportswoman field or the disabled field. And I believe where I'm sitting at, and you know, the fact that I train like an able-bodied, I race like an able-bodied, and obviously my performances are at a very high standard, that I should be running up against the likes of Valerie and Sarah and Lisa, etc.
But you weren't allowed to?
No, I didn't have the choice, and I was almost segregated into the disabled award. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's great recognition for us disabled athletes, and you know, it's not, the recognition's not going to happen overnight, but it's going to take time. So I think we'll get there, and this award's only going to increase that recognition.
What sports person do you most admire? Do you go, man, that person's just incredible?
I was actually asked this last night, and I don't have...
Oh, sorry to be so boring.
...any particular...
Simon does that.
I just don't have...
I wouldn't have asked you that question.
Who asked you that? They must have been an amazing interviewer, Sophie. They must have been incredible. Who are they? I've got to meet them.
It was actually a young kid, but...
Yes, but what an exceptional young kid, though, of course.
So who would it be, Sophie?
I just don't have a particular one person that stands out. You know, I love all sports. I love watching all sports. I mean...
I know, but there must be one that, you know, like you just
I suppose, I'd really like to see myself as the Michael Phelps of Paralympic swimming.
Michael Phelps, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, every swimmer wants to be there. Michael Phelps.
Leaping towards the book, obviously, in your very young life, you've done all these things that most people would spend an entire entire lifetime hoping to do. Looking ahead, I mean, obviously one day you won't be swimming anymore, so, well, you know, not at the level you are now. So what are you thinking you might want to do eventually?
I really don't know life after swimming,
Right.
but I really do enjoy fashion, and I'd really like to see myself kind of go down that line of things.
That's a good idea.
But also, in saying that, you know, so many opportunities pop up, you know, as they have done within the 4-year sector already. So who knows what life's going to bring me after swimming.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Couple of quick things to finish. Sophie, how long do you spend in the pool per day?
4 hours, so 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours at night.
Every day?
Does your skin
6
turn all
days.
white and crinkly?
I think I'm prone to it now.
So
So.
4 hours a day, 6 days a week?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. And diet, do you have a special diet? I mean, my wife saw you the other day and she said, she came home and said to me, she said, Sophie has the most beautiful figure. She's the most stunning woman.
Oh, God,
She
I was hoping you weren't going to say I was at McDonald's or something.
No, she was really raving about it. Just said how amazing you look. Do you have a special diet?
Look, I mean, I go to a nutritionist and we have advice around what we should eat and what we shouldn't eat. But I know what's good, I know what's bad.
Do you eat heaps, though, to fuel your body?
Yes, we eat a lot more calories than the average person, and
About the
it's
same as
really
you, Gaz.
about. It's really about. I see it as an 80% intake and 20% mental,
Right.
and that mentals obviously counts for the junk food side of things.
You're amazing, actually, Sophie. There's a nice text in here that says, could you please pass on to Sophie? She's a true Kiwi, a natural role model. Thank you so much, Sophie, says Pip. And look, the new book is called Stroke of Fate. It's in bookstores now, The Life of Sophie Pascoe. There's a lot of great information there. We've got 3 copies to give away to the first 3 callers through. 340. 3 will give yours back. This is a prize giveaway. We've got 3 copies. One's slightly shop soiled. 340 92 92 549 0093. Sophie will sign them. I haven't asked that, but I'm sure you will, Sophie.
I'm sure.
If she doesn't, I'll sign it on her behalf. That's highly sought after. And for the first 3 callers through, Sophie, we really wish you every success going
Thank
forward.
you.
Lovely to see you again.
Yeah, just lovely. 3 minutes to 9. This is More FM.